My name is Marguerite Humeau. I'm a French artist based in London, and I mostly work with large-scale installations that comprise sculptures, sometimes monumental sculptures, sometimes light pieces, sometimes even scent. Most of my work aims at bringing us humans into contact with other modes of existence across different spaces and different times. And my mission is to maybe create a more resonant and synchronized and interconnected future. With this show, I was really thinking about torches as being guides, and I was thinking about who are our guides in these times. Could we look at the past, the deep past, maybe the far future, and can we find forms of life that could be our guides to better navigate our own lives as humans on Earth? I really wanted to bring different bodies of work from the past 10-15 years together, and I wanted to create an opera with a story that could unfold across different chapters. So we have 5 different chapters that talk about loss and stories of mourning and about metamorphosis and transformation. Some chapters are looking at stories about how we humans will survive on Earth. In Torches, you're invited to become part of the opera yourself. So there are different instances where, for example, during the death of Echo and after during the Requiem for Echo by the Venuses, humans are invited to become themselves part of the Venus community as they are mourning the loss of Echo. Around stars there are fallen leaves that are almost like rocking chairs where humans are also invited to lay down and maybe attempt to synchronize to these new rhythms of life. The way I look at the space the first time I came here in ARKEN, I felt this was like a giant resonance cavity, and to me it really felt like a cave. And I've been doing lots of research on prehistoric caves and prehistoric wall paintings and prehistoric sculpture, and I've been looking a lot at how maybe early humans were using caves to connect to the underworld, to the world of spirits, and that maybe the prehistoric wall paintings that we know are just like manifestations or prints of the shadow of the spirits that came from behind these walls. So I really thought this idea was extraordinary, to think that we can be inside this space, but actually we're calling all these other spirits to be here with us. So that's what I've tried to do here. Torches is an opera, but it's not a linear timeline. So there are these different chapters, but it's also one vast story about life and death, and you can enter at any time, and every human who enters the show will experience it in a different way, because there is a lot of chance also in some of the sound pieces, and there are pieces that are activating themselves at different times. So the same way that we have these 2 bronze Venuses at each end of Torches that are guarding the show, we also have 2 totemic figures that are connected. And these are stars and Skyla. Stars on one end is the origin of life, and it's expelling these bubbles that carry all these potentials that are all blown in glass. And at the other end we have Skyla that looks like a smoke, that looks almost like a cosmic sort of smoke that is then becoming maybe more toxic or is like sucked back into the ground. We have lots of blown glass in Torches, and I always think that all the blown glass has contained human, like air from a human at some point. They are born from air, and so this constellation it almost feels like it's expelling maybe something toxic or something that is already getting a little bit moldy. But as it progresses, it's becoming also cosmic and much the pieces from maize are looking at how we can maybe become collective organisms. So they're maybe more set in a more speculative sort of future where we have merged with other collective species, like maybe like bees or like termites. And these species, they feel like they've really grown, as they haven't really been designed or carved. They've really grown like organic structures. So some of them maybe are reminiscent of beehives or fungus formations, maybe of termite mounds. They've been cast in beeswax. They also really smell like beeswax. And they also have been carved in wood that has been eaten by termites. So I see these pieces as proper collaborations also with these other collective species. Torches also looks at the role of humans in these ecosystems. So for a long time I was interested in ecosystems that have gone extinct or don't exist yet, or have evolved in parallel realities where humans haven't maybe evolved. But more recently I've been interested in how do we reintegrate humans within ecosystems. That is what we need.